Hello, viewers. Today we're going to talk about how to use this multi timer to make a circular timer, only 24-hour circular timer or minute circular timer. In a situation whereby if you are using a machine or probably a light, this one will work for 1 minute and then the other one will work and the other one will rest for hour or something of that nature. So this timer is a seconds timer. I've already told you in my other video that how you can convert this to minute timer or hour timer. Today I will show you how you can combine the two of the timer and then make it circular timer. The help of relay here, and these two timer can now work as circular timer, a 24 hours timer. So now I have a diagram here. Let's look at the diagram here. If you look at this diagram here now, you can see what I did. I'm gonna work with this diagram here. This is the timer 1, this is the timer 2, this is the relay, and then you can see contactor or light, contactor 1 or light, contactor 2 or light. Now it's either you use contactor or use light, it depends on what you're powering with. But here now I want to use light. I have my light here, my indicator light. I'm gonna use this in for the experiment here, and then let's see how it goes. Now we're gonna start. This will be our this is our timer 1 here. Is our timer 1, and here is our timer 2, and here is gonna be our relay here. Understand? So what we do now, we should be working according to this diagram. Now the first connection here is we have uh, we have live and neutral cable, which this is gonna be our neutral cable here, and then let's get this is gonna be our live cable here. So now let's start the connection from the timer 1 according to the diagram. Now if you look at this timer here, you look at this timer here, you will see you will see the you will see what I'm talking about here. You will see the and let's look at as timer 1 here now. Timer 1 here, the first connection we have here is A1. Any place you see A1, the timer or contactor, know that is the input of the relay. This timer has relay. I've told you about timer. Look at it here now. It should be um, 2 and 7. That's the input. You can see that 7 is the positive side, and then 2 is the negative side. That's the input of this timer. So now let's start the connection. So this A1 now, take it as this A1 now. Let's take A1 as the positive, and then the A2 is always the negative side, which is the neutral. So likewise, that's how we see it in relays and contactors. So now let's start the connection. So this is timer 1 here. According to this diagram, our A1 should be 7, which is the positive sign of that. So now that A1 should, let's put to the A1, which is the 7. This base, this is the timer base. Remember, according to this timer, all the number here is here in the base. So from the A1 of this, according to this diagram, it's going like this. It's going to this is NC, normally close, of the second timer. So now, according to this timer, what we'll be using, we have normally close, normally open, and common. If you see timer here, you will see that we have one we have 3 and 4. The common is 1 because 4 is normally close to 1, normally open to 3. The common here is 1. If you look at this diagram, if we are using this timer has two phases. If you want to use this side, you use, but I'm using 1, 3, and 4. If you are using this phase, the 8 is the common, the 6 is normally open to 8, and 5 is normally close to 8. So 8 is common. But here now I'm using 1, so 1 is common. So according to this diagram now, from A1 of this timer 1, which is the 7, and that is the coil terminal, to the normally close of the timer 2, which is 4, because 1 is normally close to 4, which is 4, Then from the next one is the common. The common, as I told you, is 1 because 4 and 3 and 1 is the common, 4 is normally closed, and then 3 is normally open. So connecting to the common, according to this diagram, the common is going to our lifeline. So we already have according to what I said, let's put this our lifeline here. This is our lifeline. Remember, this red wire is our lifeline. So anything that we're connecting to the lifeline, we should be coming to this red wire here. So then the next one is A2, which is 2 of this timer. I said A2 is the coil, so we're using 2, which is the negative side. So what we do is we take our wire here, take this wire here, take this wire here, take this wire from the 2 still on timer 1 here to our negative wire here. So you see, this is our negative wire, this black wire here. This is our neutral. You see this end, you can see it connecting to the neutral. So this is our neutral here. So the next one here, up here, is normally closed. So since we are using this side of the timer, our normally close is 4. Then our normally open is 3. So now normally close is going to this light or bulb. I have my light here, this green light now. So it should go to the bulb, which is that normally close now. According to the timer, as I said here, should be 4. So this leg now will go to the 4 of this base, this timer 1 base here. So the last connection here, timer 1 is normally open. The normally open of this timer 1 is, you can see the diagram, the normally open is going to the A1 of this relay here. If you look at this relay here now, you understand that this relay here, the A1 should be 10. You understand why the 2 remains the neutral sign according to what I told you here. If you look at this bus, anytime you see a relay, if you look at this bus here, that bus is a coil sign. You see that 2 and 10 is the input of this coil. So we have our base here. This is 11 pin relay. It's 11 pin relay. So we have from that from the normally close of this, which is 3, normally open of this timer 1, which is 3. So we're taking our own from here. We take from 3. We are taking from 3 to the A1, to the A1 of this thing, which is 10. So we take it to 10. This is the relay here. So already here. So now we are gonna go to, you can see the connection is already done. According to the diagram, we already have our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The connection for timer 1 is done. So timer 2 here, we already have normally close, which is 4, which is already going to the A1 of timer 1. We've already connected it. So the next connection there is the A1 here. So now A1 of A1 of timer 2, which is the coil wire, is going to, in this relay now we have two common here, two normally close, two normally open. So according to this relay now, you will see that 11 here is normally close to 8 and normally open to 9. 1 here is normally close to 5 and normally open to 4. 3 here is normally close to 7, normally open to 6. But we're only using two part of this relay. So the part we'll be using is we'll be using 1, 5 and 4. 1 should be the common, and then we will use a 3, 6 and 7. 3 should be the common. You understand? So now the first common here, the first the timer 2 A1 here is going to the first normally open. So let's connect the timer 2 A1, which is the 7, which is the 7, which is the 7. According to the diagram, the coil line, always remember. And this is our timer relay base. So it should go to normally close. So our normally close should be, since we are using one, if we are using 1 here, our normal close should be 5. So it should be 5. So we should connect to 5 here. It should be 5 here. So since it's 5 here now, then we'll connect from the next leg in the timer 2 is to is the A2, sorry, the common here. We have our common. You already know the common. The common is going to, this our common is, we are using 1 as common here if we are making use of 3 and 4. So our common should go to 1 in the timer 2 here. So our common goes to 1. According to the diagram, if you look at this diagram, the common is going to the lifeline here. So this is the lifeline. So since this is the lifeline, we're gonna connect to the live wire here. All of them is coming here to the live wire. So the live wire here now. So the next thing is there is the A2 in this timer 2. So the A2 here, which is said is should be 2, and that's the coil line of this timer 2. Always remember. So that A2 now is gonna go into our neutral line. According to this diagram, it's going to the neutral line. You can see. So I'll put it to the neutral line here. So now, if you look at this timer 2 now, you will see that what we have now is only timer 1 and timer 2, and the connection here is there. The next connection now is going to the relay. So on this relay now, the first here we have A1. The A1 of this relay is already connected to, we've connected it to a normally open of this timer 1. So the common again, common of this relay, you have two common. The first common is going to the lifeline. Second common is also going to the lifeline. So what we should do is we take our common. Since we are using we said we'll be using 1 and 3. So our first common should be 1 here. Our first common should be 1 here. And then our second common should be 3 here. So should be 3 here. This is 3 like this, and then what we'll do is to, since the two of them is going to the lifeline, remember our lifeline is always here. We're putting them together just to make the thing faster. And, you understand that? So now the A2 of this relay here is also going to the neutral line. So what we do is the A2, which is 2 according to the diagram, as the coil sign of the relay. That's called sign of the relay. So now just get this thing. So the remaining connection here, we are done with this here. Connected the common, connected these ones. Remaining connection here is the normally close of this one, which is normally open, sorry, normally open of this. According to us, we are using the first one is 1. So our one, our normally open should be our normally open this one now should be 4. Okay, so that 4 is going to timer 2, which is the A1, which is the timer 2, the A1 should 4. Okay, are we? Sorry, we did a wrong connection. So that's the reason why I must work the diagram. So this is the 4 here, not 5, as normally open. According to the common we are using common one. So that is 4. Now, since we connected it to 4, the next one now is the normally open. This normally open now, another normally open of this, the second normally open of the relay is also going to the leg of the light, the second light or contactor. So I have my second light here. So which the second normally open should be 6. It should be 6 since we are using 3 according to the diagram. So where is 6 then? So this is 6, this is 6, this is 6, and then I think connected to 6. Then the next connection here is the neutral leg of the contactor light. You can see the two of them is not yet connected. I just join the two of them and then bring it together to the live wire. And then as you can see, now, the two wire is here. And according to the diagram here now, the connections are done. This is the timer 1, and then what we'll do is we just have to put our relay, then put our timer here, then put our timer here. So you can see we have our two lights here now. So what will happen now is since we join these wires here, this is the neutral line. You can see that our connections are done according to the diagram. So we should just take these wires now and power it so that we can be able to see if what we did is gonna work according to our plan. I want to power this here now. Let's see how it goes. You can see now. You can see it has changed again to the last light. So as you can see, as you can see, this is the second timer. I told you earlier that you can always change this to minute timer. If I increase, you can see the way it's changing. If I increase it to seconds, to 6 seconds now, you can see. Let's see how it goes. You can see, now. We change it after seconds. We just increase the seconds. You see, it has swapped. It has swapped now. So after that, after some seconds again, thank you for watching. My name is Engineer Joseph. Please like and subscribe. And then stay tuned for our upcoming training on electrical installation, ICT installation, ATS construction, electrical panels, CCTV installation, intercom, and many, many more. Stay tuned.